instead. So that is very curious. Meanwhile, there are frags for both teams. 3 on 3 with the bomb down in mid.
Looking quite good for Gambit, initially at least, but Scream's still alive with the P250 and with the smoke, so it can all change very fast from Scream. Very nice indeed. P250, he might even feel like he has an advantage, swaps out for the USP, although he is lacking the Kevlar in comparison to Seized, and there is a smoke to really aid him as he collects the bomb back again. And there's all kinds of ways he can play this position. He's got 50 seconds to go. He could do anything right now. He could go anywhere. He really could. He's going to go straight to triple though and just go for the plant, keep it simple. Seized will make his way forwards. Scream looking for the headshot. Not quite coming as easily as he'd like. 3 bullets to go, and he can't make it work. Seized will get the defuse, but at the very least, Scream did secure the bomb plant, so that will create all kinds of options for Envyus.
Yeah, that shot on that guy top stairs was filthy. That was really nice.
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 I don't know why.
Oh, what a great first shot from Scream. That was lovely. Lovely. Like caramel ice cream, it was lovely. Gambit, though, will be the team to win the round, ultimately. SMGs are out for 3 of these 5 players. We'll see how they choose to utilize those weapons. And with the bomb plant, we see what looks to be a force buy from Envy once again. I'm not shy of doing this, but what is the plan on Mirage? They've got the long-range weapons, the 4 Deagles, the AK-47 onto the King. But what can they do with this? No over-peeking in mid from Gambit. Can't plant the bomb in mid. Ooh, RPK, that's why he's got the AK, baby.
Okay, so the pick will now be followed by a push into the B apartments, into the B sites perhaps, and that could be problematic. Seized is there with an M4. There's quick support in the name of Hobbit, who has an incendiary and an HE grenade, so there is a world where this is a hold for Gambit. Let's see if Gambit can make it work. There's a spot. Seized. Quick peek there. Falls back. Tries to hold against RPK. He cannot do so. They'll challenge into the UMP of Hobbit, and he will fall as well. Bomb site now. Envyus is.
That's a really good call right there on Envyus' part. They get the kill in the mid player, so you know that you're going to have a 2-on-5 in the B bomb site, right? If you go A, they might be playing retake. Like there'll be 2 players A, but they might play retake, and you don't really gain much from it. You have no nades, you have no smokes. Whereas if you go B, you can just win the trade battle.
And Dozier is left in a pretty awful spot. He would do well to save. And he should be able to. Unless he tries to go for a weird peek, he will be okay. The bomb will not get him from there.
Well, that's a ropey second round for Gambit. Very ropey indeed. Look at all the toys that Envy have taken away in this round. That was a great first pick. 2 bullets.
Right.
And it didn't even seem like a burst. I think he tapped them individually, which is even more sick. Sick in a delicious way. Wicked sick. That's what Americans say. Wicked sick.
I do not think Americans say that.
The worst English ever. That is wicked sick. It's the bomb spotted very early, but what can you really do with that information? Not a whole lot. 4 on 4. Happy has taken a lot of damage. He will be susceptible to this force buy, and now Scream's been lost. There are huge problems here for Envy.
Problems all over the place. Struggle bus has pulled up to the bus stop. Will Envyus be getting on? Happy and Haji, 2 very important players, central in the success on Cobblestone just previous for Envyus. Haji may get a backstab timing potentially, but what on earth is the plan here for Envy? Right now they're just trying to get any information that they can, but Gambit are playing really passively at the moment, very safe. And the scout will catch Happy. I do believe those tickets. Haji spinning around, showing how quick he is, but still not too much they can do. Some minimal damage done, and Gambit are taking full control of this game now. For beginning to do so.
That bus, Dan.
Like DMX, when he doesn't make parole, problems.
Bus is on the way. All aboard.
All things considered, though, not a bad buy for Envyus. 4 EKs.
Charging up mid, deflected by Haji again with pinpoint precision. Pixel perfect aim, as now the rest of the Envyus players will make their march into the A site, and it's not looking too horrendous at the moment. Mo is just in the open. We're going to trade it out. Same can be said for Dren as he goes down and now sees the last man. What on earth has happened?
Well, okay then.
Yeah.
Everyone is dead.
That was the moment where Gambit take over the game, but they fell.
Yeah.
They fell short. Was that just contact after the pick in mid? Was that just a contact into A?
I think so, yeah. That was... They all got a kill that round. It was just everyone want to fight. Not much you can do at that point.
Double scouts for Gambit. I think 2 players had 3,200-ish, but no M4s will be dropped. Will the false bias continue? This round will tell us the story. If Gambit win, I'm sure Envy will force it up once again. A with smokes, it looks like. Will there be a Molotov for the bench?
But James, you told us there's more than it. There's smokes.
There's a molly to the bench. There is, but these teams, I would hope, are aware of that, Sean.
But James, look how good it works.
The molly by the bench most certainly helps. 3 players remain for Gambit. Make it 2. I think a jump was failed there. Towards the stairs position, Mo misses the no-scope. Trying to escape, but there is no escape for Mo.
I really like the choice to do the A set piece, just due to the fact that you know that your opposition won't have the retake grenades, and so they'll pretty much be incentivized to probably try to fight in the chaos. And as you say, like if you have these correct molotovs down, like the bench one, to prevent pushes, there's nothing that they can do.
Yeah, I think that one we saw from Energy yesterday, if teams did that on ecos, it becomes very difficult to win, because you flush out all the close spots that CZs would typically enjoy playing. If they were to push through the bench smoke, they're in a Molotov. They push through the stairs smoke, they're in a Molotov and sandwich. There's not many places you can get killed by a CZ, and thus it forces them to play retake on an eco where they have no utility. So, yeah, I agree. It's a good call. It's a good call.
So far, the calling has been pretty good from Envyus.
Yep.
I mean, I make the assumption that it's Happy doing the majority of the calls, but
That was quick.
Nice. We like a fast round when a CT side only has USPs. Gets us out of the way.
I actually think that Envyus' CT side could potentially be quite strong as well. And if they're happy to leave Mirage open, you do think that maybe they are just... I mean, this would be a good way for them to try to mix things up if they're having problems. Get a new map in there in your rotation. They have great players for this map, so.
Mo has the AWP. Hobbit sacrificed it himself. He sacrificed everything to buy Mo the AWP. He's got Mag 7, no Kevlar. He's playing near the Palace position. Meanwhile, C's has gone very aggressive in VAPs. Mo on a short position. Adren buying time around the connector area. He knows one person's there. Do they expect 2 though? There's Mag 7 coming into play. Scream's got to be careful, lost half his life now, and Hobbit needs to reposition. That's the bomb spotted as well. Doesn't go close ramp. He can't really run back to CT, I don't think. Meanwhile, Haji making a play towards B, but the bomb's down on the ramp of A. 5 versus 2. Much needed money for Gambit if they can survive with their players intact.
I'm actually really interested to see how this next half plays out. You got me thinking about it now, because they don't have an opper, really.
Who, Envyus?
Yeah.
Happy. Well,
He's not. It's not like...
He's not an answer to Mo, I don't think.
He's not the type of opper, though, that flourishes on Mirage, like that.
I think Keo can also do it if need be, but as you say, like it wouldn't be ideal. I like Keo.
That's why I think it's a playground for Mo this game.
I look forward to seeing how it's going to play out. I mean, as I mentioned with LDLC in the past, the way they used to play it is that Happy would be a secondary AWPer, and it was very specific. Like, the spots he would play with it were very, very routine. He wouldn't move around the map very much. But again, Mirage has changed massively since those days. But that is to be answered on the second half, and as we continue on the first half, Envyus will be rebuying fully with AKs, and we see a faster round from them now. Everyone off towards the B apartment side of the map and middle, except for Scream, who will perhaps look for an opening towards the A sites for his team. He's a good man for that. Hachi looks to get an opening here towards the B apps. It does feel like, because I was wondering with Hachi, like, is he just going to try to fill some shoes, you know, as the previous roles that he may be occupying, or is he actually trying to forge his own identity in the team? And we can see that this guy has a lot of skill.
He definitely does. This guy was actually on the team that Devo, Duvek, and Amonic were on when I scouted them. And I thought he was like a support player, because statistically, the other two Frenchies were the ones that stood out to me. He's actually really good. Like,
yeah,
he's like a highly skilled player.
It's not just about the stats, Sean.
Yeah. I mean, you can't look at everyone, James. I mean,
1 minute's mark, and there is Jack in a box.
I like the timing.
Ooh, where did that come from? And is it enough to make a play here for Envy? The bomb has to be collected top mid by Happy. Looks like he might rotate towards the A side to Boost, looking towards the short position. But nobody's peeking there just yet. Hobbit may be a late lurker, probably keeping an eye on B windows for the time being. Mo spots a leg, takes Kishima out. Can't slip onto RPK, however, who's opening up the A site.
RPK doing RPK things as Dozier has a really good position. Even though that incendiary goes down, and that may allow the bomb plant to go down without a hitch, Dozier's still a really big problem. Although, now the distraction's gone, how much can Dozier do by himself? There's so many ways to play this spot. He could wait for quite some time if he wanted to. Let's see if he gets fortunate on the timing as he starts to go for the peak. This is perhaps good timing, and he's going to drop through the ladder. This is really solid from Dozier. If he hits that headshot, you might fancy his chances, but he'll be served up to RPK. Great round from RPK. Single-handedly saved the day with a 3K.
I mean, those 3 kills, those 2 right there, and then Happy's when he crossed connector and 2-bulled the guy connector.
Huge frags.
Yeah, those are just huge frags. I don't know what to say.
Impact frags, and that puts Gambit in a poor position, a poor situation. Dozier trying to use his spawn into Palace, but Scream's waiting for him. Mo creeping up, hasn't been spotted just yet, but he's only got a USP. So he would need some fortune to get a kill here. Ooh, spotted by Scream. Scream leaning much information, and he's got Kiyashima to take his place. Now leaves Seized alone coming in from the B bomb site, so nothing doing in this round really for Gambit as Envy move to round number 6.
It's almost comical, and it's like happened to all of us. Like Scream, like it's a guy that peeks out. It's like with 4 other AKs, and it's like some guy at max range with a CZ just like bursts him, just instantly.
You
dies.
just feel him wanting those eco kills so bad right there too. Like he was just like, oh my god, the guy in the belt got away. Forget it. Let's just kill the guy jungle, and then he just gets 2-bulleted.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a pretty frustrating death.
So 6-3 is the scoreline now. Envyus having a pretty good time of things. A double AWP is the response here. So Seized and Mo will be brandishing AWPs, and Envyus have more than enough cash to go for AWPs, but they've decided that that's not the play style that they want at the moment on the T side, which is cool. 3 players in the B apps, perhaps a heavy underpass presence. Scream wins the 1v1 against Dozier. He's going to be happy with that one. And now this is really cool for Envyus. We get to take stock of what their 5v4 is. I always like to try to understand how a team will play these spots.
Not quite hitting the mark there, Happy. Hobbit holding down the mid position, at least upper mid. There are players lower mid who may try to trade him. Will he be ready for them? Ooh, the timing, action everywhere. Sees looking towards B apartments. Tagging, but not fragging on that occasion. Hadji surviving with 9 HP, but now he's the last man standing. Sees knows he's tagged him. The drone's the only man with a HE, but he's on A, so Hadji will have a second or two to breathe. Does he have the headshot in him? 1 minute mark, waiting for some repositioning. He knows they know where he is. So he's waiting for somebody to peek to make a mistake, perhaps. But sees this playing a blind spot. So surely this is round number 4 for Gambit. If they can survive with 4 plays, that would be fantastic.
Oh, very smart, trying to cover his drops. Is he successful? No. Jumping USP from Seized. 6 rounds still for Envyus. Gambit obviously now with 1 more. And the double ops are successful, but the Envyus side... Aha! I like when they do this. They have money to buy AKs, but you'll see a Mac 10 in there, so for purpose. I like buys which are like, you know, for purpose in this way. Because there's things that the Mac 10 can do that the AK can't. Much like a CZ, in fact.
Yeah. They also probably would think that Gambit wouldn't have head armor on all 5 players, but they do.
How fast this is. Seeds will keep the action going though with the AWP. It looks very controlled from Gambit.
Yeah, Hobbit can run distraction now. Sees wants more shots, and maybe he'll need just the 1 more. Scream making his way to the van position. It is a question of damage at this point for Scream. Ace required to win the round. 1 versus 4. Adrenaline slowly creeping in. Ooh, that's going to be nasty. Takes Mo out to the very least. The taps continue, but only a second kill for Scream.
Yeah, I think this is where things get a little bit difficult for Envyus because they haven't really proven that they can get mid control on these double ops. And unless they're awarded a free kill at A, I haven't really been too impressed with like what they do at A. And since B just got shut down, I highly doubt they do something like that again. Yeah. So they're gonna have to do something that they haven't shown yet right now, in my opinion.
I wouldn't mind seeing a delayed set, like a delayed set piece on the A site with. I mean, the issue with that is that you want to be somewhat confident that they do have a good mid take, so that they don't lose players in mid. Because if you lose too much in mid, then trying to run a set piece like later into the round is difficult. But I feel like that could be a good way for them to answer the double orbs, at the very least.
I want to see like a fake mid control to an A scrim out, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
Okay, let's see what they got. 3 players towards a slope actually, so we may just see a straight up A split attempt.
Who A smokes to underpass alert.
Ouch. In come the grenades towards A. 2 plays moving through the underpass will keep C's entertained for a while, but maybe C's makes a play towards short. We will see how it develops. Ooh, no, they're rotating back towards B. C's is going to have a task on his hands. Is he holding the line? Surely he is. C's 1, C's 2, and tags the second one, so it kills him in fact. The Moy, will it be down fast enough? Is he going to peek with it as well? Obscuring his vision, but he'll deliver the kill onto Kiyashima. Containing the B bomb site single-handedly is C's. He used to play B for Na'Vi, but not with the sniper rifle.
And not much that Envyus can do towards B, and now it's a 50 seconds remaining situation with the round, and they beginning to move towards A, where there are 2 for Gambit. Happy to leave Seized to his own devices towards B. So he's now switching it, has actually switched out to the AK for the time being. And Mo searches, but he's yet to find. Positionally, I'm not so sure that Gambit are looking great on this A defense. I'll just see what Dozy can do from the fireboxes.
14 seconds for the bomb to go down. That looks really weird. Dozier, oh, it's the inverse plant, and Scream is there. 1 versus 1 now. Seized in the connector position. And he manages to get into pallets just in time. I don't know how many sound cues Seized has. Repositions quickly as well, Scream. Seized slowly creeping in. He has a defuse kit. But where can Scream be? I don't think he thinks he's in CT, so he's either on the ramp or he's in Palace. Caesar taking a long time to clear out the ramp. Now he's in Palace. I don't even know if the ramp could be one. Scream will pop out before he touches his bomb. And there is the round for Envy. Some huge frags for Scream at the end there.
Yeah, it seems like C's just didn't like leave himself time. But at the same time, when you're in these clutches, you kind of have to just take a guess, and then you can never cover everything, every eventuality. So you just have to go for a guess. And C's guess was incorrect. Now Envyus will make the move towards A with Hadji on the AWP. And hello, it's Dozier. How does he peek into that and win that fight? I want to know. That was impressive.
Oh my god.
What is happening? This is
Like a tank just rolling through. Just
devastating. Dozier, my god, what did you have for breakfast? I want it. If Dozier came out with like a line of breakfast cereal, I'd definitely be on that.
Protein bars.
Protein bars. Dozier protein bars.
Dozier protein bars.
I would be all over that.
Let's do it.
what would the flavor be?
Dozier bars.
Dozier.
It's the Dozier
It's just
flavor.
Dozier
Tastes like,
flavor.
tastes like.
Nice. RPK is getting in there, trying to recover the situation as he's want to do. Previously, he has saved them, and he's going to try to do so again. The headshots are raining in. The scout also doing damage as Mo prods, picks, teases. The bomb may be required, though, for Envyus, and Seized has it.
Moving into an off angle if he can. Continuation spray, and they run into the Mincer. Vacuum packs into the next round.
I feel like Seized has had the most chilled out CT side ever. You know, like his B defenses that really just have the orb, just it's perfect timing on the nades, never feels rushed. Everything's always just cool. Right at the end there, that just looks so easy. You know, you made it look so simple. It's having a really good game, it's Seized.
6 to 7. Envy
good.
on the pistols.
Seems like he has like a comfort zone, you know?
Yeah.
Which is good that he's found that on this team.
Run boost, but no one's actually peeking mid. Okay, Mo's repositioning to connector, but they will move out as he rotates back to the window. All of a sudden, 4 people in mid as soon as he looks away. Happy taking chunks. So what is Gambit's approach now? Nice flick. No one to boost into the window just yet. But Gambit know what they're not watching, and they will respect that. What could be possible. Ooh, hello. That is an awkward bomb drop. Very awkward indeed. Perfect timing with the flashbang, but Happy's there to trade. But is that the only trade? Is that the only kill? It is. It was an eco round for Envy, and now we move into the last round of the first half.
Yeah, I don't know what Envyus looks to do here. I guess they're not running into a double op anymore. I think they were struggling against the double op.
Yeah.
They obviously won that clutch, but this is interesting. A couple people going to Palace, 3 towards the ramp.
I do wonder if they give C's too much respect due to his early successes too, but we'll see the pressure coming in towards the A side pretty heavily. Just no messing around here from Envyus, sending everybody in. Mo in a good position to continue the damage. He'll pick another position, play more passively, play with his teammates, is Happy and Hadji make their way in slowly but surely. And they will make their way out just as quickly as they came. 8 to 7 for Gambit, just able to barely get more rounds in the first half. A pretty odd half, I would say, from both teams, but I guess we kind of expected that to a degree.
Yeah, and we saw again Doja playing close A ramp right there. So that's actually what most people would do. They flash off the wall, and the flash goes basically behind the wall in front of them, so that they can wide swing with it. And if any T is there, they're just, you know, the flash is in between you both, and they're screwed. Whereas the other engagements, he was just directly fighting, and it was working out for him. So he switched it up, which is really cool to see, and it worked again.
8-7, and it's time for pistol round number 2. Some utility here and there, but really it's about the headshots. Those who are deploying a smoke grenade. RPK will spot him on the ramp. And, ooh, they might be caught out of position, quickly maneuvering to avoid getting shot in the back, but Kishima with 2 HP will get taken out. And the T's are all over A. All over its surrounds at the very least. Upper K and Sandwich. That is a great second tap there onto C's. Going through the smoke towards jungle where Mo is. 3 on 4 of Envy.
Don't mess with RPK. I like, by the way, the... Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just going to say, he's punishing people around the A-bomb site, that Pico.
So, looks like Gambit have a really open B bomb site. There is some presence in the shop, but they cannot... Oh, hello. Screen with a nice bit of surgery. Now, a 2v4. It's definitely winnable here for Gambit. Where are these Glock shots going to fall, though? Here comes the first jump. The second kill needs to come quickly. It's up to Adren now. 2 more to find. He needs 2 more players, and he's going to be discovered as well. Moving behind the van. The bomb smoked off. I can't do it. Just flailing all over the place. And he'll be happy with the defuse. Envyus with the round.
Yeah, really, even a really cool pistol by Gambit. It's something that actually Navi used to do. The first time around when Zeus was on the team, actually, they would smoke top connector as if it was like one of the A smokes, and they'd split through underpass, basically getting the Glock's close range fights towards jungle, take control of jungle, and then from there you kind of just mid-game around. Since their A lurk died, they opt to go B, and it just doesn't work out for them at that point.
8-2-8. That's very similar to a pistol run that I run on Mirage.
Bardolph pistol.
Yeah.
Do you have a Bardolph Molotov in there?
Not for the pistol round. Not for the pistol round.
It's a really cool idea.
I actually did it with Hiko once, and I flashed him in from top mid into connector. It was good fun. This round might not be good fun for Gambit with what they have left. Nobody has a Kevlar. A set of Kevlar. A set of Kevlar? Just Kevlar. It's not really a set, is it? Unless you added the helmet. Which isn't... It's just a helmet, isn't it? Do you remember, which game was it where the helmet would roll off when you shot them in the head?
Roll off?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It was a CS game, wasn't it? I forget which one it was though. Don't you remember? You shoot him in the head and the helmet would fall off.
It's not in CS, no?
I don't remember that.
No, this definitely was a thing. This definitely was a thing. No, this was a thing.
I'm looking to Connor and Neyman over there. They don't non-believers. James.
Maybe it was condition 0.
Maybe. That was the one iteration I didn't play. I played the beta 1.1.
I played the 1
3,
player. I played the 1
1.5.
player. I was hyped, man. It was crap though. I was hyped.
Didn't HE nades do like ridiculous amounts of damage in condition 0?
I don't remember.
It was also the one that I didn't play.
You didn't miss a lot.
Pushes away. The Gambit just gonna slow roll it straight through, and Kiyoshima's ready and waiting. That grenade could be pretty serious. Good chunk of damage done to Adren as they keep the pressure coming. Beat it 2-on-2. This is actually kind of a sick outcome from Gambit. Leaving Adren into the bomb site, really desperately hoping they could get another kill there to really sell it, but look at C's go. He's all the way in B apps already.
He has a reasonable chance to win this round.
He does, yeah. He probably will. I'm going to call it. He's going to win this round. Just because of the nature of how he's played so far in this game. Everything's just been so smooth.
If he just plants and gets in a good post plant,
He
has so much time to get in a good spot.
Yeah, but the problem is you can see the fear already. Does he believe that he's got the time? Does he believe they're over towards A? Because he's planted for apartments essentially.
Okay, he wins it.
Sean calls it now as well. James.
It depends though, because sometimes you plant in that spot, but if you don't plant close enough, they can actually be behind the wall and defuse the bomb. And you'll see the tentacles. The diffusing tentacles. So in this occasion, they could actually defuse it without showing to him in apartments.
No, he loses it.
You see? Scream is behind the wall.
No.
I know because I have experienced this myself. I had to jump back out again and shoot the guy.
Well, James, if you would have made a Bardolph video for him.
That's why you need Coach Bardolph in there, man. It's like, no, C's, no!
James, you'd know so much like random tidbits.
You should defuse the bomb
pumping
without
out the
showing.
vids.
Yeah, man. I got 1,300 matchmaking wins.
That's a lot of matchmaking.
I've got
wins.
exactly 1,300.
1,300 matchmaking wins.
Yeah.
And it's not like you just left it at
What's
that.
the win rate, James? Because
Doesn't
that's
show.
a lot of games.
It is.
It's not like you just left it at that either. Because when I came in yesterday, you were playing.
Yeah, that was win number 1,300.
Damn.
Are you going to stop at win 1337?
I thought I would stop at 999, but I just can't stop.
1337.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Ouch.
Kishima picks off. That's not a good start for Envy. They're looking to stabilize here. RPK with no place to hide around that triple box, and now the A site has been lost, but the bomb needs to make it there. C's hiding behind the smoke. Look at these trades, man. This is an expensive round for Envy, and again, C's is in a situation where he has a chance to win. Agi rotating off. Does he make a play towards shorts? That would be interesting, but of course it would be a... does come with a risk. Now he goes up. Sound cue. Looks away. Tagged. Happy can't finish it off though. And Haji's gone to B. They had no idea where he was. And there may be a meeting of the minds. Oh, this is getting super weird.
Yeah, he has time. This is a pretty cool play. There's absolutely a world where Haji would sort of turn that corner. Obviously, that's not this world. So the question becomes now, when does he decide to go and plant? When are you going to plant Seized? You got 15 seconds, yo. Here he goes. Whoop. Oh, it does stop for a second. And he'll die. But at least got the bomb down. We've got some money in the bank for the team, for the squad. $800.
I was trapped in my thoughts. I feel like RPK has a lot of parallels to Rain, and I could see him being really good at the A bomb site.
I can see why you think that, actually. Yeah, the parallels are in. I can see that. The shooting style of
Yeah.
both players. Like, RPK's is slightly different, but it's quite close.
Yeah. Like, and Rain's just so good at, you know, those peaks from triple and CT spawn box, white ticket. I could see RPK doing exactly that, actually, on this map.
Okay, well,
Happy in the window. Well, there we go. So far, so good.
Get wrecked, James.
So far, so good. Hobbit's picked up the AWP in response. Very early 4 versus 5 in favor of Envy. Doesn't see the legs. Maybe he does, but he does not hit the mark at all. And now this is turning into anarchy and bedlam for Gambit in the middle. Not many answers to the plays of Envy here. And all of a sudden, there are 2 plays remaining for Gambit.
You said it'd be the playground of Mo, James.
It's 1 round, Dan. It's 1.
Playtime. Playtime's over.
Playing in the dirt.
Very good, Dan. Very good. I like it when you talk smack. It's
unprecedented.
so exactly, yeah, so rare. You get bonus points. That's plus 10 damage. 40 seconds for Gambit to find an opening. Where are these CT players? There's one. RPK taken down, and Adren can start to move in quietly, very quickly into RPK's position. They have to assume 1 more player is towards the A site, so Adren will try to open things up. Does he hear Happy on the box? He sees him now, but the bomb has got to be retrieved.
Yeah, pretty good time for Happy to get a pick there. He was probably always going to die. Really nice approach from Adren. And now Adren gets the plant, but he can't be sure of exactly what's safe, so you just have to go for it and hope for the best. And he will be fortunate. AK's out. What can he find? Already tagged. Flash to the sky as he makes himself quick, but he's not quick enough for Scream. Scream will get the frag, the defuse, and Glory.
Scream doesn't afraid. He ran right past that headshot angle. Straight up to the top of the stairs.
Gotta get in there. Gotta get in there. And when it's 12-8, they have a lead. There it is, Happy besting Mo in middle. And that is going to be an interesting dynamic. Seeing exactly how the AWPing works out. Happy is a much better all-rounded, aggressive AWP player than he used to be. So I can see how this can work.
Like, Operas don't usually get picks when they do what Happy's done the last 2 rounds, playing Mirage. Like, they usually get picks in Connector or off Cat, making the Cat jump.
Well, this is being absolutely shut down. Four-round lead looking likely to be 5. Such a fast round. Minute 25. Adren's like, where has everybody gone? Kishima with a monstrous play in mid.
Is that the AK you mean you unboxed, or do you mean the other one?
It's like he's showing it.
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah, because you said you unboxed the one with the
No,
woman.
M4.
Oh.
It was the M4 with the like painting of the woman on the side of it.
So this woman's okay.
Horizon small enough for you.
I don't know if that's a woman. It looks like some kind of weird animal with a human face. Oh, that's hair. Never mind. It is a woman. Yeah, it's nice.
I like how Adren's like showing it
Yeah.
like, every perfect moment.
Did we mention Adren is playing in the studio right now?
He's breaking the 4th wall right now, Adren.
Yeah,
Wow.
this was a great play. Great 2K from Kirishima. The wide peak on a second player. Marvelous stuff. In the face, baby.
13-8. Envyus are really grooving. They grooving. They groovy. And this could be pretty interesting. Just going for a just straight up play into the A site with pistols. It's in a man in sandwich. It's RPK. RPK's in the sandwich. How much can he get from here? It's chaos all around. He can't get a single thing.
Yeah, he fired his gun and he knew he was there. Aiming at the Palace play, and that's an early rifle for them. Can they get the bomb down early as well? Curious to see the post-plant positions. Kishima has a gap in the smoke, but there are more smokes. No pop flash, no fired gun. Almost, but not quite. And Gambit is stealing everything away from Envy here, it seems. 3 versus 5. Still going for the retake, but they need to get something soon.
It's crazy how good smokes on AR.
There's one from the back. Seized in the shadow with 20 HP, just needs to hold the line, and Envy seem committed to this, but there's no smoke on the bomb, just around the bomb, and surely they can't do this. It's going to be a very expensive round for them. They need to escape. I don't really know what the plan was there. But they will survive at least.
So they did do smokes on A, but I really liked how they smoked top connector and re-aggressed jungle as the plant was going down. That is like an excellent addition to smokes on A. I always thought doing smokes on A, it honestly just isn't enough at the top level. You need to somehow have an extra plan. I mean, even 5v4 is kind of a toss-up because if the CTs have a good retake.
Yeah, what do we have here now from Gambit? Just spreading across the map. Very fast top mid presence. He's working underpass as well. And for Envyus, they play forward on pit, and it's going to work the way of Gambit instead. Dozier winning the pick and creates a 5v4 for Gambit early into the rounds. And that's always a lovely prospect if you're a T side. There's so many different ways to play your 5v4. First thing you can think about is, okay, how does this affect the CT rotation? On a lot of sites, you see CT sort of spread to a bomb site, and then they'll have a huge gap in map control, which you can exploit. And these are reactions you can kind of reliably predict.
1 minute mark for Gambit. They have a man advantage. There is a 2-1-1 setup. Haji towards the B-bomb site. Had an off angle, but perhaps he... Well, let's see what his plan is. Was he rotating towards A? Maybe the presence from Palace in Dozier, but just sees him at the last second and manages to get a kill out of it. The bomb planted for apartments and Cat. Dozier could rotate in that direction. Kishima still being entertained on the A side, but there are 3 plays in market for the CTs.
They have low health, but they can do this, especially with Happy on the AWP. If you can find a pick, there is a chance to get out these positions. But Mo is just really whittling them down. The barrage of AWP shots is too much to handle. Haji trying to get the hell out of dodge, but he's going to fight his way back. And he will not be able to do so. It's Dozier who finishes him off. 10th round for Gambit. Now, I really like how they picked the B site to finish on the round after the 5v4.
Yep, just like how Envyus did early in the half on T side. They go back to the B bomb site. And they did it after an A Palace like presence, where he actually picked to the end of Palace, and which caused Haji to leave the B bomb site. So just an extra layer. Really good call.
Envy's money has been broken, so maybe Gambit can steal this game away. But first they still have to complete this catch-up. 3-round deficit for them. Happy fragging well once again. 21 kills for him, although might not find one from him in this round.
He's been consistently fragging every game, it seems, no matter the outcome. He's been pretty good with frags. So
Is that
what
wallbang even a thing? I'm not convinced.
I'm not sure. With the
Maybe there's just some warning shots, some presence. And maybe those shots were enough because there was a 5-man stack in the B bomb site, but they're maybe realizing that it was a trap, it was lies. Off they go.
Offering themselves up to seize, padding out those stats. And life is good for Gambit. They're well on the way to recovery.
Yeah, another well-played round by Gambit. You can see that Envyus player in B fighting with their drone. Was like, hey, look at me, I'm alone. Come get me. And they're just stacked there. And their drone was like, no, I'm good.
Yeah,
Go ahead, guys.
It's really interesting. It's hard to predict exactly like if Envyus even know what all their good options are. If you kind of know what I mean. Like, as we said, this is sort of a new thing for them. But I do feel like this could be really awesome for them in the future. I think they could be a really good Mirage team if they wanted to put the work into it.
It looks like they're approaching CT rounds where like we have to take an aggression somewhere, whether it be like A ramp, push top mid with a rifle. So I would be pretty surprised if they just go like full passive across the map. Like you might say like an underpass. No, they don't have a spawn to do really an underpass push, but maybe like a palace push. I don't know. They'll probably push something here.
Come on, Happy. AWP underpass push. Just go. I wonder if he'll make the jump across.
Do you think Happy's the type of player to make that?
Sorry?
Do you think Happy's the type of player to make that jump?
I don't know, man. He's evolved a bit. I'm not sure if he'll go for that. Looks like he won't. It used to be like he likes playing cat with the AWP at least, but he will go and be boosted here into the B apps. This is cool.
You don't see that fast boost often enough. This is quite scary to... Oh, getting greedy perhaps. Hungry for a second frag, and Adren's trying to capitalize on this. The deep smoke towards Cat, spotting a second player, but he won't expect the third in Haji. Now 3 of the 4 players are here. Does Dozier make a play towards A in the meantime? Because surely players are being pulled towards the B bomb site, but he's still likely towards the ramp. Hobbit with a very nice weird angle. And now Dozier will start to move out into the A site, but there's still a place to find there in RPK. They know Haji got the kill on B.
It's really interesting. Like, what do you think about the timing there for Kiyoshima, Sean? Because it's like this really hard spot where you're afraid that they're going to overwhelm your player in the B bomb site, but at the same time you have a contain and that they don't know about yet. So
I think the second Haji knows that they're probably rushing B when Adren gets those 2 kills, right? But when he gets that kill, they're obviously going to halt. Like, they're not going to continue going to B because they're going to have to not only deal with him, but probably a rotate coming in. So I think at that point you probably stop the play. Like, you just wait at that point. But it's a very hard call to make.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
That's way easier said than done in the game.
I would love to have seen how the round would have played out had Kyo not pushed the underpass, but just held.
Yeah.
And I would have been so curious to see what would have happened. So we'll see the position again. And you're right, like, after that kill, Haji looked actually very comfortable. I like how he smoked the molly. That was, some players probably would have left it there and try to smoke the plat maybe instead.
Envy on the pistols once again. How many rounds have they lost in a row now? I do wonder. A lot. Heading towards maximum loss bonus. Can they turn the tide, or will Gambit continue the charge? Minute 20 for Gambits. Holding formation at the moment. They've got everything covered. Passive mid-peak. C's and B apartments. They've got Palace and Ramp covered as well, so making sure there's no sneaky play, or if there is, they're aware of it, they can extinguish it. But will they play too slow? Setting up for an A split now, huddling together. Seas won't want to be here too long in case it gets peeked from the short position, but Envy have chosen to stack the B bomb sites again, and once again it's A.
Yeah, they've been quite fortunate with how this has gone. Not to say that they would lose the round should they move into the stack, but still, it's always nice to be in a spot where you don't have to get the bomb down and lose nobody. So this will tie things up 13-13, and it really feels like Gambit sort of have Envyus' number right now. That push into apps that Happy did, I thought that was actually a super good call.
Yeah, that was a really good call. Hey, boys. Yeah, he definitely could have gotten that kill. I thought he was set up well to do it. I like the call to boost, based on how quickly, I think that was a Dren, right? How quickly he's been working up in the apps. Yeah, it's just unfortunate. He just didn't hit the shot.
It's a bit like the situation that we saw yesterday with Stewie on the T side, just not respecting Daps, who was playing CT, or B on CT, and Daps just getting abused and abused, and that was such an important point that you have to stop Stewie first, and you have to deal with that. So it's cool to see that adjustment, but as you say, like the follow through, not perfect.
It's really common, actually, when you watch teams play Mirage. It's something JW does a lot when he plays Mirage. He'll just try to bully the B player.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's just because it's easy to bully that player based on, you know, you don't have many angles to choose from, and the cat player wants to leave and play cat, or if it's like a situational thing, depending on the player. I have no idea. But a lot of teams do that.
And if you do get that kill or press that player back, it really impacts rotation. So I always feel so paranoid. I usually am playing B as well, and if sometimes you do get that player who will just be really like Stewie, just like so annoyingly fearless.
It's like I can't jump spot because this guy's obviously just fighting for days. It's, like, it's just so risky.
Yeah. Well, we got the mid control from Gambit, and they've lost no one. Their utility sucks. They have nothing left. They've got no single smoke left in over a minute to go, and they haven't got like a bomb site controlled yet.
Well, there's something for them.
That works.
That is, well, something RPK can learn from, but at what cost? Kiyoshima picked off towards CT, and now a second player moving towards A, sorry, maybe to join Happy. This is a very problematic round now for Envy.
How do you even respond to this? They have both bomb sites.
Yeah, he's in big trouble right now. Haji's lucky to be alive.
Should not be a way that Envyus can come back in this round, surely. Can Happy give some hope with the AWP? A pick would be a great way to start things. Ooh, I think he just missed the timing there, so they will save the guns.
Well, they'll try to, but they're very limited in where they can save. They're actually trapped in CT spawn, unbeknownst to them, because Adren is making his way through B apartments at the moment. And Seas can easily have an angle on crawl space. I think he has. So this might not go so well for Envy in saving these weapons. 3 players coming their way. Gambit exiting towards CT spawn from this bomb. Scream is alone, and the bomb will take him away. So there'll be no save for Envy whatsoever. Where is their money? Not in a good place.
That round looks so scary. Because Gambit, even though they had no utility, somehow found themselves in a spot where they have like basically control of the A site and like an insanely strong setup towards B at the same time.
Yeah.
It's like, what do you do?
Envy's falling apart. I just don't think they have the depth right now on their CT side to be able to counter the things that Gambit are doing every single round.
Yeah, definitely looking very solid, Gambit. And Seas will make his way and find a happy surprise. Happy surprise, happy accident. In underpass. And Gambit now set up pretty well. They've been very fortunate in how they've played out the anti-force buys or anti-ecos. Often landing, or often avoiding the stacks. This time Envyus are creating a spot where they can't avoid players, but they also aren't stacked.
Hobbit flying around the corner, and the numbers start to dwindle for Envy. Happy around that CT position, but it's planted the triple. The other two players on B. It's a half-five from Envy, but what can they even get out of this round? I mean, if they don't win the round, not sure where the money is for Gambit. But, well, there you go. So it's all inconsequential at this point, which is kind of weird because they can fall by anyway in the next round, Envy, so they just run at the bomb site. They've got nothing to lose, might as well. RPK doing what he can. It's a round, presuming Gambit win the round, it's a round to pad stats. Or do some damage limitation. I hear a timeout being called from Envy. Match point, Gambit.
Coach Dan, what do we do? We have no more options. We've done everything. What do we do, Dan?
I think they have a lot of money, so they could double up. Actually, get Kiyoshima on an AWP, get Happy on an AWP. I don't know how do you feel about them trying to take mid control away from Gambit, but I feel like that could be a good place to start, and maybe only one AWP then to do that with.
I agree. I think Kyo should push mid like he did that one round when he got the double kill. Maybe have a second guy with him. It's weird to have Happy by the window with the AWP. I don't know if I liked that the other time, just because if that guy does go top mid and dies, and there's a guy on the other side of that smoke, the AWP can't really spam the smoke on a low kill.
Yeah.
The way an M4 could, but they're not doing it. There are 3 people going to the B site though, which is a good call.
This is, we talked about this yesterday, didn't we? Like having 3 people, yeah. Going to the B bomb side. Let's see how it works out for Envyus here. Adren has been such a nuisance, such a problem at the B. Alex is going to get smacked. Smack.
Envy not finished with this game just yet. 2 much needed frags, early advantage for them.
Dozier go though, he's just creeping out. He's creeping out, he's been on those Dozier bars.
Well, there are 2 Gambit players left. They should be good for a buy in the next round regardless. And perhaps if they can get some kills today, it will have an impact. Still be a weaker defense for Envy in the next round, assuming Envy win the round. Nobody on Cat to stop Mo from his bad behavior. Hobbit holding the angle just in case. So it seems Mo is unlikely to get a pick in this situation. So then Gambit having failed a pick, what do they choose to do? Seems it will be a Cat play. Kishima spotted, but there goes the bomb. Now leaves Hobbit alone. Got to make a fast play. Oh, he's missed a jump. That is super awkward indeed.
Feels bad, man.
Oh no. Ah, no.
Legs are too short.
Things are getting dicey, man. Very dicey indeed for the Envyus side. One more round to get that overtime, but can they do it? Can they do it? We'll see Happy actually changing up the angle based off the spawn, going towards connector. There's the molly that your community didn't miss.
Yeah, it's below him in the connector. Usually it bleeds into where he's standing.
Yeah. They may not realize that he could still be on the angle. And Mo will get punished. He does get traded out. So the question remains, look at this pace actually. I love this from Gambit. So fast up catwalk, already on the B split. This is a massive pressure on the Hadji. He needs to be able to hold here somehow for there to be a chance.
Oh, he's not going to expect this peak from Dozier if he can get deep enough. And this is really cool for Gambit because Adren, he's been harassing so much that he knows the habits of Hadji. And there's the peak from Dozier. Just doesn't see it coming in time. Scream trying to hold across, but he's got to go deeper. Doesn't see the play go towards the bench, perhaps flashed out again, leaving entirely. But this is the last round. I've got to go for it, man. Kishima makes it towards the Cat position. Sees waiting, doing most of the damage. 11 HP there for Kishima. That's going to delay his push as well. Scream getting dinked in the meantime.
Oh dear, just Scream left with 8 points of health. It might all be over as Gambit. Oh, barely avoiding that HE, but it was a nice dodge. But it may not change the outcome. Indeed, he'll go down. 16-14, Gambit take it. That was a really good round from them. I love how